about to be ready to go. Okay. All right. We are live in effect. Another amazing night, another amazing guest here on the Polka Dot Rabbit podcast. As you all know, the Polka Dot Rabbit podcast, we are here to ultimately uplift humanity, but specifically, we're here to help and assist awaken the melanated people on the planet that have been been asleep for quite some time. But we're here to give and uplifting information, like I said, to all of humanity. But we got to get this information to the people. Okay. So again, I have an amazing guest tonight. Oh yeah, of course. Sorry, Polka Dot Rabbit podcast. If you haven't already, please like, share, and follow. And also go to the polka dot rabbit podcast.com if you haven't picked up my book, Bicultural Living and Leaving the World of Illusions. That's it for me. Y'all know me. I'm going to get straight to my wonderful guest. I have another fellow author and entrepreneur, amazing young lady I met in Atlanta about a month or so ago at the Health and Wealth Expo. Maria, lead driver, not Marie, Maria. Go ahead, sis. Will you go ahead and tell who you are, what you do, and we'll go ahead and start from there.
Well, I just want to say thank you for having me. And it was very, very, very nice to meet you. You are such a energetic young man. You about your business, but you really and truly was like you stuck to your word. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. So I want to say thank you for giving me this opportunity.
My pleasure.
My name is Maria Lee Driver. I started out as a young lady I'm from Gloucester, Virginia. I created a product, and before the product, I was a cosmetologist in a little town called Ordinary, Virginia. And that's home. And I had my salon there for over 20 years. And that's where everything started. All the dreams, everything about what I wanted to do in life. Mm-hmm. Didn't quite know exactly what my exit plan was going to be, but I knew it was going to be an exit plan. Mm-hmm. I knew I wasn't going to do hair for my entire life. But love my people, my family, my friends there. They supported me 100%. And I have a lot of memories, but that's where everything started, right there in Gloucester, Virginia. They did.
Yeah, me too. My everything that my music, everything I started, I gotta give. I always get, like I said, I put the two up, two down, the VA, because not I'm here now, but I won't be here much longer. But everything I really started, my foundation was Virginia, so I always got to give Virginia's props, RVA. You know what I'm saying? The house, shout out. But so tell me about growing up in Virginia, like on your side.
Well, like I said, I come from a little town called Gloucester. So shout out to Gloucester. So all my Gloucesterians is watching me right now. Just a country girl. Family, we had land. My uncle had a farm, grew up, the chickens and the pigs and lived on the land. So and you talk about that now to this generation, they look at you like, what are you talking about? You actually saw a chicken being clean. I said, I saw my mom go get the chicken, wring the chicken's neck, pluck the feathers, put and cook chicken, and we was eating chicken. And it was like, you got to be kidding me. And I tell it to my kids, they're like, Ma, really? I said, that is real. That's really how everybody started. A lot of us might not remember, or some of us, this thing, chicken comes from Purdue. Chicken didn't always come from Purdue. And actually, think about it. A lot of times, you really want that range-free chicken. Now, everything is so processed.
Yes.
So I grew up with a wholesome background. I knew what everything was to be natural and everything fresh and clean and not processed. So that's the environment I grew up from. So when I decided to open my salon, that's what I took with me. I just wanted everything to be a natural, even though at that time we still was doing relaxers and jerry curls. I know you know about jerry curls. So I did my share. I did. But those are my humble beginnings. Started doing hair and cosmetology which was in our school at the Gloucester High School, and actually they still have that program today. And I had the privilege of actually going back in 2003, 2003 or 4, I can't remember the year. And I taught there for a year, so that was awesome.
Yeah.
But I started out just a country girl, started modeling at 15,
Okay.
and went to this agency, this modeling agency in Hampton. And I'll never forget, it was me and this other young lady. She was black, and I had a lot of hair, but I didn't have. It wasn't long, but it was just, I'm African American. I had thick hair, and I remember one of the agents saying, "Oh, we got to figure out what we're gonna do with your hair." And I kind of looked at him because, I was always tend to hit. I didn't want my mother and them to do my hair. So I'm looking at him like, are you serious right about now? You want to do something with my hair? You don't even know what it is. So I remember we had the cosmetology program. And I said, you know what, if I take this program, or maybe I'll just go and I'll learn how to do my own hair and do my own makeup, because I was doing some hair at home, but, I wasn't trained. It was just something that I felt like I could do. So when I took the cosmetology program, I didn't think I was going to be doing that for a lifetime. I thought, I'll learn these trades, so therefore I can do my own hair and makeup. And because I always wanted to be a cop, that was my thing. I wanted to be a police officer. That's another story for another time. But I was Wonder Woman with the invisible jet. Don't be playing with me. So I knew I was going to be an officer. But when I started doing it, I had such a knack, and I learned so fast. It just came naturally. It was just unbelievable. And that's how all this stuff started. It really and truly did. It was just amazing. Just amazing. And I opened my first salon. I started working for a young lady at that time in the back of her salon. And from there, I purchased my own salon at 19. And it was called Re-Ons Designing Impressions. And Re-Ons is Maria, and Ons is Andrea, which is my best friend.
Okay.
And everywhere I go, I was Re-Ons. It was always, whatever I named, it was always Re-Ons. And that's how I got started in my first salon at 19. And I had no clue, but guess what? I knew how to do hair. I had the talent, and I learned quickly. I learned real quickly.
So did the cosmetology go into, because could you kind of bridge how the cosmetology and the hair all went into like your hair products, and you kind of, I mean, your overall products, your skin products, etc. Could you kind of talk about how they kind of got tied into each other?
Yes, well, after being in Virginia for, like I said, I had the salon there for 20 years. I moved to Philadelphia, and I was burnt out. I didn't want to do any more hair. I was like, I'm not doing no more hair. I love my people, because I even had my own school, which was called Re-Ons Academy. And I decided I don't want to do that. I don't want to do any more hair. I just don't. So with that being said, when I got to Philly, I took a year off, and it was just like, okay, you don't want to do any more hair, but what about the kids? You had a little kid salon inside the Re-Ons or Shea. You enjoyed working with the kids. And I am a baby of 11. My mom had 9 kids, and my dad had 2. So I come from a very large family. So that's why I say we lived off the land. So I decided to open a kids salon. And that's when I really put in motion of wanting to create something for the kids' hair naturally. When I moved to Philly, everybody was talking about, everything's natural here, and this is what we use. And they used to get mad at me. I had a joke about, I said, how could this be natural when you guys got all this tar and cement up here? And they were looking at me like, who she thinks
I bet.
Because I'm like, well, we got fields and sand and dirt, that's natural to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's how I got into making the Re-Ons or Shea. And then I started making the shampoo and the conditioner for the kids' hair.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids' hair just started growing. It was
Mm.
unbelievable. And I give props, like you said, you gave props to Virginia, which we just did.
Mm-hmm.
I give props to Philly because what happened in Philadelphia, the parents took the product home and started putting it on their skin.
Mm.
And the joke was, look, I don't have insurance for that. Duh, think about it. That was crazy because you're putting it on your scalp. That is skin.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So, but then they started seeing improvements from the eczema, psoriasis. I had a young lady had lupus in her skin. She had lesions on her skin and she scratched a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, "Oh my God, this works on my lupus." And I was like, "Excuse me?"
Mm.
And that's how it all transitioned from just from the hair to the skin.
Mm.
You
The
know,
same product?
same product. So they call it a pharmacy in a jar. I
Oh
have 5
wow.
doctors endorsed it. They love it. I mean, I ship my product all over the world. People they reach out to me and says, they buy some people. I have people that buy it 6 jars, a case at a time, so they don't
Mm-hmm.
run out. So, but it's the same product. It's all natural. Um, Even my hair was, I cut my hair down to it was almost 3 inches,
Mm-hmm.
and now I can almost set on my hair. It's amazing.
Oh, I'm putting my order in now. I'm in a case.
I had to, I have to when I get off this interview, I just had a young lady just call me. She's in Kansas City, and she
Mm-hmm.
says, "Maria, I gotta have my product." I said, "Well,
Mm.
I'll call you in the morning." She said, "Well, you could call me back tonight." I said, "Well, it might be late." She says, "No, you call me back. I gotta make sure my
Mm-hmm.
order is."
Oh man. Woo.
Yeah, but I've been now it's 14 years,
Mm-hmm.
14 years, and it's like the best kept secret ever. And
Mm-hmm.
now people are really coming out and talking more about it, and we're promoting it more because it's just I've been blessed.
You
I've
know.
added since that 9 more products. See, I never had but one product. When I
Yeah.
was in Whole Foods, and I skipped over that, I'm sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
After Philadelphia put me on the map, I took the product to Philadelphia to the Whole
Mm-hmm.
Foods, which is
Mm-hmm.
out at uh, the Wynwood area in Pennsylvania, and got into the Whole Foods. And I went from one Whole Foods to 5 to 10 to 23.
Dang.
And I did it up and down the East Coast from Virginia all the way to South Jersey. And yeah, but see, we didn't have what we have now.
Yeah. Yeah.
The marketing wasn't where it needed to be. So when I moved from Philadelphia down to Atlanta, I started pushing it online. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that's when I learned marketing real quick.
Yeah. Yeah.
On in the store sales is great, but nothing's like your product online
There
when
you
you
go.
draw money.
Yeah. That I always love to hear these stories because it's like almost in every single category that, especially dealing with health and like what you're talking about now, there's always some sister just like you or brother like you that just they found that thing. You know what I'm saying? That helps people. That just natural product. Don't need all that crazy stuff. Go to the store, but a down home Virginia girl that got that that formula. You know what I'm saying? To to help aid. You know what I'm saying? I love these stories because that's the like I'm that's my whole cabinet's full of stuff like your stuff. You know what I'm saying? For other people just like you. So that's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
dead ass serious. I'm getting you. I'm take whatever you tell me to get when it comes to hair. I'm rocking with you, and I'm gonna tell everybody to do it too. Straight up. But so so we got okay. So I want to go in like in a specific order because we talk about the logical aspect of you getting the product, making it, etc. So before I talk about the animals, I want to talk about
That's
your
right, because
books.
I did
So
crossed over.
why did you what gave you the idea to write a book? What are the books about? Yeah, 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 yeah.
I am an author.
Yeah,
My book
talk. Could
is
you talk
called
about that? Like,
Detours.
what made you decide to? Mhm,
Well, I had a story to tell. When I came after I left Philly and I came to Atlanta, I, I I was in a
mhm,
quiet space and I decided to write some memoirs. So it's a cute little intimate book. It's 120 pages long, and it's basically it tells the story of how I basically got started and the ups and downs and just a real wholesome book. Easy read, like I said, 120 pages, but it talks about I was a victim of domestic violence. Um, I was a rape victim. Um, I speak about at 23 years old where I lost my eyesight. I was totally blind, and God gave me my eyesight back.
okay.
And that right there is just, I look back now and like, wow, it's I would have never seen none of this if he didn't give me my eyesight. None of this probably would have even happened if I didn't have my eyesight.
Mhm,
And so I'm very, very grateful and I'm humbled.
mhm,
And the second book I wrote is called My Thoughts, Your Feelings. It's a response poetry book. Never heard of response poetry. One morning I got up to get in the shower, and within 30 minutes, God had gave me the whole book.
mm,
I was like, wait a minute. I'm getting out the shower, I'm writing. I'm like, wait a minute, I'm just writing it right.
mhm,
And unbelievable. I did it. I did that. What it is if you ever never heard of response poetry, it's basically I write a line. One of my quotes in my book is, my thoughts, your feelings.
mhm,
And it's a blank page, and then you're supposed to respond back to what I said or your
mhm,
comment. But it's your book. So
mhm.
it's almost like a workbook, but it's like a
Yeah.
little pocketbook. And I think I like probably 100 pages of that, and then I actually published it. That's the part that got me. Like, God tells you these things,
Yeah.
but I went all the way through, cover, published the whole nine, physical book, selling it on Amazon.
Mhm.
Just like the product, I didn't know anything about making a product. I
Yeah.
just put that whole concept together. And I said, we need a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I didn't even know what shea butter was until I moved to Philadelphia, because I
Mhm.
never went to any of the flea markets. I never met any Africans with shea
Yeah.
butter.
The shea butter. Yeah.
They were like, what? I was like, what y'all keep talking about this shea butter? What is that? This, you know what shea butter is? I thought you said you from. I said, listen, I didn't go to the flea market. And I said I'm lived on the land.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
I didn't know anything about that product. And then once I got it and started experimenting with it, I said, oh.
Mhm.
Then I
Mhm.
added in the things that I knew, which is,
Yeah.
like I said, olive oil, coconut oil, avocado. Those are things that we know. I didn't know anything about no shea butter.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but the doctor says just everything just jived together.
Mhm.
And with the 13 ingredients, it just works. I can't
Mhm.
explain it. It just works.
Mhm. Yeah. You sounds like you're an alchemist.
Yes.
You're a book writer. And we're going to some other categories too. So that see that even makes more sense. But see that's why I didn't ask you too many questions before because I wanted to ask them now. You know what I'm saying? Because just seeing your website and seeing your looking at stuff you're online, it's a very interesting backstory, and it's dope hearing this story come to light. So okay, so you wrote your book, you got the cosmos. So you have a pet product, and so let's start with you obviously have a love of pets. Can we start with that and kind of go into product, or is that am I correct in that assumption?
Well, let me tell you how the pet product came about,
Okay, all right.
how it all really, really started.
Okay, here we go.
Okay. I had created the original Shea,
Mm-hmm.
had gotten in my first Whole Foods. And I had just created this young lady I met in Philly. She was saying that her mom loved a product like mine, but she can't have it scented. It have to be unscented.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, how do you do that? I'm not a chemist. I just made this stuff up. So I'm like, how do you take the scent out of a product?
Mm-hmm.
So I went in and I played with it and I
Mm-hmm.
made it unscented. So mom loved it. She says this worked for her great. One morning, I'll never forget it. I think I was heading to the store to do a demo. And I'll never forget it was snow on the ground. And I saw this young man walking down the street and he had like maybe 10 dogs, but he had them all on a leash. And I'm like, hmm, whoa, oh wow, that's quite interesting. I never seen that done in the city. So I noticed that one of the dogs was gray,
Mm-hmm.
and they were and found out it was a female. She was
Mm-hmm.
in the middle, but she had patches on her.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, well, what happened to her hair? Why,
Mm-hmm.
the other ones don't have anything hair missing. Why is she
Mm-hmm.
missing hair?
They were the same type of dogs?
All were the same type of
Yeah.
dogs. Come to find out they were bullies, American bullies.
Bullets. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I didn't
Beautiful
know.
dogs.
Yes. And still on the porch, I said, "Excuse me, young man." I said, "Excuse me. Um, I have something first of all, I asked, what was the problem? Why was she missing her hair?"
Mm-hmm.
And he says she has some kind of allergies and she scratched. And when she scratched, that's what scratches the hair out.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, well, hold on one second. So I ran back in the house and I had a sample of the unscented Oria Shea.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to him, I says, would you just do me a favor? I'm just out of curiosity. Can you just try this on? Because, I know it was an animal. So I definitely didn't want him to try to scent it, but I didn't even know if it was going to work. But just, I gave him a little sample. He said, okay, thank you. I said, okay, no worries. 3 months later, I get a call from him. And he says, Miss, I just want you to know your product works. Her hair has come back.
Mm-hmm.
What? I was like, are you serious? He said, yeah, it grew back and she stopped itching too.
Damn.
So I knew then in 2010, I had something for the pets.
Yeah.
But I had to pick and choose. And see, this is what I tell people. As they tell you in the Bible, choose your battles.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It wasn't a battle. I had to make a choice. I was in a human environment. I just got into Whole Foods. I didn't even know where that was going to go. So I couldn't try to dabble my resources or straddle my resources to go with pets and humans. I couldn't do that because I didn't know enough about what I had. So I work with what I have. And that's important. And I tell upcoming entrepreneurs all the time, being an entrepreneur, you have to figure out exactly, and a lot of people say your passion. Passion is right, but also you got to figure out what's going to work on to pay your bills as well. So you have to have the love for everything, but you got to pick what works. And at that time, I had gotten into Whole Foods. I was already in Whole Foods. So, and I didn't know enough about the product to say, oh, I can make a pet product. So that was in 2010. Now we fast forward to 2020. Okay, in 2019, I had my own conference. It was called I Am My Own Mirror's Image Conference. It was in Virginia, in Newport News at the Marriott. And I made an announcement to the world that in 2020, I was going to have this pet product called Fresh Mink Pets. I had no shampoo. I had no conditioner. I had no perfume. I had no sage. But I'm going to create this product.
Yeah.
Wow. Who does that? Like, I put it out there. I had nothing.
Yeah.
The pandemic hit. What you supposed to do? We had nothing else to do.
Yeah,
so I started experimenting in my lab. And I just sent it to my daughter and I said, hey, can you try this on? Because mind you, I didn't own a pet. Okay, let's put that out there.
Yeah.
I don't even own a pet. I'm creating a pet product. Who does that?
Yeah.
Who does that? So I sent her the pet deodorizer that I had created, and she was like, "Ma, this is great." She says, and it really lasts. So I sent out a couple of the samples, And I had some celebrity friends. I sent them out to them, and they was like, "Oh yeah, I like this. This is nice." So I thought I had something, but I didn't know what I had. So of course, get excited, throw up a website. Nobody go to that website. Nobody bought anything off that website. So I was like, I don't know what I should do with this. Okay. So I had an opportunity to go to a pet show, and I missed the date on the pet show, but when I called, they said, "Hey, we're going to have this big pet show down in Vegas. And this is for retailers, buyers, sellers. There's a lot of people there. If you have something that you think is great, you need to, come down and get a table." Well, it wasn't a table, it was a booth, and that booth $4,000. Let's start there. Okay. That's why I say when people say they really want to be successful, you got to put some skin in the game.
Yeah.
You got to put skin in the game. So I invested, call family, friends. It's pandemic time. Call family, friends and say, "Look, I'm going out to Vegas. I need to know if this works, because if it doesn't, if it does not, I need to move it off of my plate." There's no reason to be pushing something that it's not popular. I can't do anything with it. So when I get down to Super Zoo, it's 1,000 exhibitors. Guess how many Black vendors were there, exhibitors were there? Take one.
Three.
No.
One.
Yes. Me. Only one out of 1,000 exhibitors.
Good gracious.
I didn't know that. I had no clue. I didn't learn all this until when we was given it a leave. And it was so funny. We're standing there, me and I took a dear friend of mine, my ride and die, she goes everywhere with me. And we out there, we doing what we do, hand out samples, because that's what they said, hand out samples. So we hand out the samples, and all of a sudden they come and put a camera right in front of my face. They got the camera, the lights, they interviewing me. So everybody runs to this front and they're like, "Well, what's going on? Did she win something? Did she win something?" I didn't win anything. I was the only one there. They wanted for marketing purpose.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't know. So I was like, wow, how did, when I say it came out of the blue, it just came out of the blue. And everybody started looking. And I'm looking too, like, where you going with that camera? Why are you interviewing me? You're not interviewing anybody else.
Yeah.
So that's when I knew I had something.
Yeah.
So that's when I came back in 2021. I started really pushing it, and reached out to Chewy. Had no clue, because people, by this time when I'm getting back, the phone is blowing up. People like, we want to talk to you about your product. And I'm like, wow, like, okay, we got to find a manufacturer, the whole nine. When I got picked up by Chewy, it was a wrap. Chewy.com, it was a wrap. I was like, this is real. This is real. Now I done went from not even knowing what I have to now I have a national brand instantly, overnight.
So how does a situation like that, when for both ends, like you got the lab at home, you're doing the things, you're making stuff by your hand. How does it go from jumping from something like at home to something with a national brand? Like what, you know what I'm saying? What, you got to get a warehouse? Like how does that look like?
What you have to do is you have to pray first. You got to inhale, exhale. Okay. And then
always a good start.
Yeah. And you got to pray and ask for direction.
Okay.
And that's what I did. I had to pray and ask for direction. And I was introduced to a young man named Herman Moore. I don't know if that rang a bell, but he was a former football player.
Oh, yeah. Detroit Lions, right?
And he stepped into the game and he was like, "Look, we heard about you. We heard about this product. We want to help you out." And he had a share in a manufacturing company in Detroit. And well, I was in Michigan, because it's not in Detroit, but in Michigan. And I went out there, flew out there, met everybody, and got with their chemist, because, it's in my head and written down, but it's not. That's another thing too. You have to keep track of what you do. I had to learn that. Even with my Rizzo Shea, I have a manufacturer in New York. Once I got into Whole Foods, I couldn't make it anymore because now you have to go with consistency.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to make sure that there's somebody's governing what you're doing.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
you have
regulation.
to have a manufacturer when you
Mm-hmm.
start to actually sell products on that scale.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how I got the help with Fresh Meat Pets with dealing with Herman Moore, and we're not on Chewy right now because I ran out there with the big dogs. I wasn't gonna stay
Mm-hmm.
on the porch since I
Mm-hmm.
found I was the only black one on the platform at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody told me that I should do an 8 ounce. I started off a 4 ounce. I didn't know. I had no
Mm-hmm.
clue, and nobody else knew either. So they rocked with me. So
Mm-hmm.
we made all these 4 ounces, and I realized we need to do 8 ounces. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I'm in the process now of actually changing things from the 4 ounce to 8 ounce. So when people go to my website and they order the product from Fresh Meat Pets, I actually send them an 8 ounce shampoo and an 8 ounce conditioner because I'm already, we
Making that transition.
transition.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
there's no sense in just keeping it up, even though it says 4 ounce on the website. Until we get ready to fully transition, I actually send them a 8 ounce.
Herman Moore, he played at UVA, didn't he? If I'm
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
right.
I remember,
Yes,
I remember, I
he's
remember.
from Virginia.
He
Yeah.
know he's Virginia.
Uh-huh.
So, all right, question about could you go into detail about the names of each products and how you came up with them?
Okay. The pet product or the Rizzo Shea?
Both, yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. The Rizzo Shea is the all natural body butter. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I use, like I said, in my hair, and my hair was this long, and as you see, the length of it now. And I have it scented and unscented because when I was in Whole Foods, we realized that people that's the vegan, they don't want to smell. And of
Yeah.
course, I had honey in my
Mm-hmm.
scented, so they don't believe in honey, so I had to take that out. So
Mm-hmm.
I made that product vegan. Um, I have a stemilized shampoo and conditioner. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have that before. Um, People always wonder, well, do you shampoo your hair with what? I mean, what is your regimen? What do you do?
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I just go get yourself some cream of nature.
Mm-hmm.
And someone
Yeah.
said, you need to stop sending people to the store and you need to create your own stuff.
Yo, yeah.
And I was like, well, I was being honest. I mean, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
have it. So I did. I created it's called Stimuli Shampoo. And actually, it is excellent. Not only does it stimulate the scalp, but it,
Mm-hmm.
it really cleanses the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Really and truly, I mean, it's so relaxing.
Mm-hmm.
And when those suds leave, and
Mm-hmm.
listen, it's so rich that it lathers on the first shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
The first shampoo. Do you hear
Mm-hmm.
me?
Yeah.
How many shampoos do that?
None.
I'm telling you, you don't have to. All you do is just listen, wet that hair down, and once you wet that hair down and put a whole capful is all you need for a complete. Because I shampoo my hair 3 times because I have a lot of hair,
Mm-hmm.
but you probably can use a half of a capful to do a complete shampoo.
So it's like real concentrated.
Oh, very
Yeah,
concentrated.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I made it concentrated because I have so much hair. I can't
Yeah, you
afford to
can't.
just
Yeah,
point it in my
you'd be doing
hands.
it all day if you didn't, right?
Oh my goodness. Yes. Yes.
So,
So I have the moisturizing conditioner that you use
uh,
after it, which actually is wonderful. It helps with manageability. It softens the cuticles. Of course, everything that I use, it's going to give you body and volume, but it makes your hair nice and soft. I love it. But the
mhm,
biggest thing is the manageability. I need the
yeah,
manageability because you say I got a lot of hair.
hmm,
How long this is?
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. I
So
told you, I know.
I need some manageability over here.
Hmm.
So and then I created a product called Oh My Scalp.
Okay.
And it's so funny because I was just talking to somebody and they just came out with Oh My Scalp. And I was like, Oh My Scalp. And I said, I'm gonna name my product after this. And no, you're not. And I did.
Hmm.
And it is wonderful. As we get older,
Hmm.
you start thinning,
Hmm.
whether it's through age, medication, chemicals, from
Hmm.
color, relaxers, braiding, weaves. And a lot of times we start right in the front. And the reason we thin so bad in the front is because that's the first place you comb. That's the first place you style. That's the first place you pull, right in the front. Because I've met people that if they could take their head and turn it around,
flip it around.
they got a lot of hair back there, but
Yeah, exactly.
you're not doing nothing with that back there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, actually, that's natural. That's beautiful in the back.
Yeah.
So,
The kitchen.
yeah,
Kitchen.
yeah, it's the kitchen. So, but I created the Oh My Scalp because so many people was thinning in the top and the hair was shedding. And I was like, look, that's my field, cosmetology.
Yeah.
I got to do something. So what I did was I put 8 ingredients. And that's another thing too. When I formulate my products, I do think about everything, how it feels on your skin, how it smells, and most importantly, the purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And my Oh My Scalp, it stimulates the scalp, not the hair, because I want everybody to know this right here, this is not alive. If this was alive, we'd be a lot of people in pain right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to take care of the root, which is from the scalp that goes in to help that healthy hair grow out. Because you can have long hair. There's nothing wrong with nobody having long hair, but do you have long, healthy
hair? Yeah.
Is it strong? Can you pick it up? Can you pull it?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Do it crumb on your hand? Is it constantly falling out? Is something's wrong? And a lot of times it might not be the topical, which is something going on the outside. Many a times it's what's going on in the inside. Mm-hmm. So you have to look at both of, combating both of them. Mm-hmm. I have another one called the Oh My Scalp Hemp. Now, if you want some hair, baby, that Oh My Scalp organic hemp, I have omega-3s in that, and it grows hair quickly. I saw a gentleman, one of my clients, he got the product in September. By January, his male pattern baldness, well, I think he was just thinning. And he put it on, and he actually have hair up there. It's just amazing to me. It's just, I still think about it right now.
Because it's stimulating. It brings it back to life, right?
Yes. Because it also, you got to remember something too. People talk about the hair falling out, but they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So if you don't give it no attention, guess what it's going to do? It's going to lie dormant. It's going to sit there. Yes, if you brush it, yes, you're doing something. If you massage it, yes, you're doing something. But you also got to give it some nutrients.
Yeah.
Something on it. And when people say, oh, well, you can't put that oil on your scalp because it clogs your pores. Yes, that is absolutely correct. I do not disagree with you. But you get something that does not, and it's all natural. Natural actually penetrates in the skin. When you put something natural on your skin, it goes in and it absorbs into your pores. My product, yes. And my product absorbs so well. Once I get my hair done, 6 to 8 weeks is when I shampoo my hair. It stays just like this. You're like, how do you not shampoo your hair?
I've never heard of them. I've never heard. I mean, I've been, even like I was saying, when I had my long locks, what I'm saying? I had a whole ritual. I wish I would have known that, because I had to do a whole 3-hour ritual to get my hair washed and all this kind of stuff. Even now, when I'm growing my hair, it's like I say, oh, I want to grow it quicker. I want it to be thicker like it was. It's like, I'm so happy that. Thank you very much for making this product. And like I said, I'm gonna be one of your number one guests, or number one. Well, no, what do you call it?
You're gonna be my client, one of my number
one client. There you go. But so Oria's O'Shea. What is that?
Okay, Oria's O'Shea is we grew up with Oprah, so my nickname in Virginia is Ria.
Okay.
That's what my family called me. That's what my friends, people who know me. And since I was watching Oprah, I put the O in front of it with the apostrophe. So that's Oria. Then the O'Shea, instead of spelling shea butter or Shea, SHEA, we just dashed it with the O and apostrophe and SHA.
Okay.
O'Shea.
Okay, I got you.
Yes.
I got you. Yeah.
So, and let me tell you, I created another product too called Silence.
Okay.
That's a fragrance.
Oh, okay.
That's a fragrance. And it's actually unisex. How it smell on you doesn't smell on me. But the most fascinating thing about it is I learned when I moved to Georgia that it's actually an odor eliminator as well.
Really?
Yes. So once I found that out, I shifted out to California. And of course, they loved it in the dispensaries and people who smoke, they
Mm.
use it. And now people use it for the bathrooms, they spray it in their cars. They do a lot of stuff. They love silence.
It's like like a spray.
Yep. But you
Yeah.
can wear it though. That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And Shark Tank called me on that. It didn't go anywhere, but they called me on the product because they love the fact that I had this product that I created that you can actually wear on your skin and you can spray it out in the air and get rid of the strong odors.
Yeah, and it's not all chemicalified and kill the bees and
Nope.
make
Nope.
the dogs run away.
No.
You know what I'm
No.
saying?
Yeah.
You see, yeah, So okay, fresh mink pets. How about that name?
Fresh Mink Pets was given to me in the middle of the morning at 4:30 in the morning. I remember this like it was yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
right before I did my conference in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
God said mink.
Mm-hmm.
I said, mink? What is
Mm-hmm.
mink? I know mink the animal. What is mink? And I called my graphic design artist and we started playing around. And that's how we came with Fresh Mink Pets. That
Mm-hmm.
just came out of nowhere because I had no clue. Like I said, I knew I had something, but I didn't know exactly what I had. And I definitely didn't have a name for it. I didn't have a pet. I didn't even own a pet.
Mm-hmm.
So I had a grand dog. I know I wanted him to be smelling good when I would go visit my daughters. That's how all this started
Yeah.
because I was like, baby, I'm coming to see you, but Dior, I can't be smelling like him going to see my other
Yeah.
members in Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, Ma, stop talking about it, be about it. And that's how
Mm-hmm.
all that began for me coming up with a pet deodorizer for the dog.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it all started.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we got to take care of our furry friends. They want to be smelling good too. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Because the truth of the matter is, look, as we know from our fellow Virginian brother Michael Vick, people love them animals, boy. Once you cross them animals, you know what I'm saying? What I'm saying? They love them animals.
Is it young people say less?
Yeah,
Say
you
less.
know what I'm saying? They love these animals, so we got to take care of these animals, make them smell good.
Yeah.
They family members. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? That is so
But I
true.
am now, full disclosure, I am a pet parent.
Okay.
I just got it's a Yorkie and Pomeranian mix. Just
Oh,
got
okay.
like last Wednesday, not even past a week.
Hmm.
Yes. Now I'm
Smelling
actually,
fresh.
oh, he has his own Instagram. His Instagram is Fresh Mink Music.
Okay.
Yeah,
What's his
because his
name?
name is music.
Okay, I
His
figured that. Yeah,
music
Fresh Mint
is Fresh
Music.
Mink
Okay.
Music. So
All
I got
right.
his own little Instagram page for him.
That's amazing. So what's the this is an amazing story, y'all. I'm telling you, y'all see the website there. Please go there, check out the products, you know what I'm saying? Like her display, even at the expo, it's like just the stuff she had in front of it. I felt like I was at like a what do you call it? Like a science fair. You know what I'm saying? I was
Yeah,
looking
I
at it, I
didn't
was
even
like,
say anything about the expo. So,
yeah.
okay, so Fresh Mink Pets led me into curiosity of doing a pet expo.
Okay.
And that was Herman Moore. He actually put that thought in my head. He says, because you are the first African American to have a national pet brand, he says, what you're going to have to do is being first in everything.
Mm-hmm.
So go for it. So I did.
Mm-hmm.
So my cousin in Virginia, he was doing reptile expos, and I would
Mm.
go with him to do these reptile expos when he was doing them. And he says, "Look, cuz, why don't we just do one in Atlanta?" I was like, "What?" And I'm easy peasy. You give me an idea, you send me
Yeah.
rock, I'm done. So
Mm-hmm.
sure enough, I came down here, I secured the 65,000 square feet in Atlanta, and we did our first pet expo. It's called Ozone Pet Expo. We did it May the 5th to the 7th.
Mm-hmm.
And the city's like, okay, this is cute, this is different, this is cute in this community.
Yeah.
So we're
They
coming
got
back.
behind you.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
So April the 12th to the 14th of 2024, we will be doing our second one, and it's called Fresh Mink Pet Expo.
Okay.
Brandon
I
straight
love
across
it.
the board.
Yeah.
my team put it all together. Like, look, let's just brand this straight across the board. And
Mhm.
Herman had told me that. Herman Moore had told me, he says, whatever you do, make your brand strong. And that's
Mhm.
what I'm doing. So, and I also have a pet magazine that's coming out, and it's Fresh Pets magazine. So just keeping that brand alive.
I love it. So I got a dog and a cat. Well, I actually have a dog and a cat. I have a dog-in-law. How about that?
A dog alive.
A little Shih Tzu, two Shih Tzus
Oh,
and
that
a
is so
two Shih
cute.
Tzus and a black cat. That's
Oh,
my
wow.
depth chart, so to speak.
That's cute.
Yeah. So all about the furry friends. That's amazing. Wow. So yeah, you kind of dabbled in. So let's talk about the future. The future of Fresh Mink, Oria's O'Shea. Let's talk about the future. What can we look out for? And a couple of years down the line, what we looking like?
Well, of course, we're looking at major stores because
Hmm.
I can't say names yet.
Hmm. Okay.
It'll be coming soon. We have some major stores that actually reached out to me um, in the pet world as well as in the big box retail space.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So I'm real excited about that. Uh, I just want to expand the brand.
Hmm.
We got a whole max. Actually, we get ready to do a branding party. We
Okay.
actually have a whole new look for Oria's O'Shea. So I'm
Okay.
super, super excited about that.
Hmm.
And the fresh meat pet is going to do what it's going to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
Yeah.
really is. And it's doing it all by itself because once people try it, they love it. I just did the bully show,
Hmm.
and we put the samples on tables, on the vendors' tables,
Hmm.
and they loved it. They was like, "Oh
Hmm.
my God, like that was the best things."
Mm.
Love the way it smelled on it. That
On the
they had,
bullets.
yeah,
Yeah.
they loved it. And it lasts. It's not a spray that you put on like I've smelled powder and cinnamon.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Not that. This is a fresh, clean smell, and they can get wet. They can go outside and get wet and come back in, and they still smell nice and
You
clean.
think you think the animals notice it at all? Do you think like
I
what
don't
you?
know. I don't
Yeah, I
know if
know.
they notice it or not, but I
Yeah,
know I notice it.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Matter of
yeah,
fact,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
so funny. I pulled up to the drive-through yesterday,
Hmm.
and the young lady said, "Oh, your car smells good." It
Hmm.
was the dog.
There's a dog. Yeah, yeah.
I didn't tell her that though, but it was. I was like,
I say
my
that
dog
because
stressed because he was
I
in there
know.
with me.
Yeah, I say that because animals. They got them such crazy little personalities. Like even my Shih Tzu. Once she gets a haircut, if it's long and goes short, she got a little more pop in her step. You know what I'm saying? Like she's
Uh-huh.
dignified. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah. And
Yeah.
see, with him, I like his hair long. I think I
Mhm.
love. I got, like I said, tons and tons of pictures and videos. I only have like 70,000 pictures in my phone.
Mhm.
So with him, I'll probably hit 100 before the end of this year.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Always
And,
click,
and
click, click.
like he is just. I mean, I gotta post them. It's so many pictures, but I got other things going on. I got to give it to somebody to just run his Instagram because he had his Instagram going to be on fire. You
Yeah, yeah,
watch.
yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna do
yeah.
a TikTok for him too.
I'm about to say if you're gonna go that route, you gotta go to the TikTok and
Yeah.
the YouTube. But we'll talk about that later.
Yes, please,
uh,
please.
but yeah, that's amazing. This is I think it's so beautiful when I listen to this because ultimately the way that you said when I go back in my old school mind, I think about like George Washington Carver. You know what I'm saying? That's what I see. Like you just in your lab, just and I'm serious. Your lab, like, damn, how could this? Let me try this. Let me try that. You know what I'm saying? Like a true alchemist. You know what I'm saying? Giving this product out to help people because I can only imagine the testimonials you have for people that like I know you talked about some. I can only imagine people that got eczema all torn up, skin all jacked up, and they put the stuff on, and now they finally live a normal life. And just the way that could help with people's self esteem with going out. I mean, what you're doing is like it's amazing to help people like that. I applaud you for that. Kudos for
Thank
that.
you.
Because for
Thank
helping. Because that's a big issue. You know what I'm saying?
you.
People got issues with that stuff that be really messing with people's self-esteem and stuff, you
Mhm.
know. And to be able to have somebody a product like that can really help people in a natural way to to aid in getting that issue resolved. Hey,
And
good,
just
like I
hearing
said, good.
the testimonies of people, how their hair has grown. They're like, Maria, I can't believe that I put these products on my hair and I actually see a difference.
Yeah.
Show you the length,
Mhm.
how it's grown.
Mm.
Um, and you're right. If you have something that solve a problem, and that's what
Yeah.
one of the doctors told me. They said, if you have something that solve a problem, you don't have to ever worry about eating a day in your life because
Yeah.
I will always need your solution.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have repeated customers from over 14 years. They buy my product, even from people that was in Whole Foods. They Google and see if I'm still existing. Like, wow, I got your product in New Jersey. Oh, I got your
Mhm.
product in DC. And then like, I love this product. I thought you had gone out of business. Nope.
just
You got
just for the short brief time we've known each other, and just knowing your energy and your vibe, anything you're gonna touch is gonna go to Mars. You know what I'm saying? Past the moon, it's going to Mars, even to the sun. How about that? It's going to go to the sun because you know you about it. Your spirit, your loving spirit. You know what I'm saying, and the fact you want to help people, and just your connection to nature. To God. That's all. It's a perfect formula, just like you make your formula success. And I can't thank you much more. I want to we talked about this subject, but I know you got a vast variety of subjects we can talk about. So I want to like kind of close out here because I don't want to go too far in the other ones, because I definitely want you back on. And we're gonna go in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some other topics, but um, y'all see it right there. Please go to ariaoshea.com. You know what I mean? And I saw her website. You had an amazing website. Very easy to navigate. You know what I'm saying? For the stuff you want, a lot of good information. I was on there for a good 5-10 minutes looking at it. Um, but besides that, anything else you got for the people?
I just want to tell everybody and anybody that can hear this right now, just follow your heart. Put God first, but follow your heart.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let nobody snatch your dream.
Mm-hmm.
Because the two things that I've created, I had no clue I was creating them, but I didn't let nobody stop me from moving forward with them.
Yeah.
Well, that's the biggest thing. Just follow your heart. If
Mm-hmm.
you go to sleep at night and it feel good, and you get up in the morning and feel good, it's good.
Yeah. 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 You're right. All right. Well, that's it for this another amazing night, and I thank you so much for coming on and sharing this information. Um, I can't say anything more about how great I feel about you as an individual and your product, and how you also making our furry friends happy as well. So, that's it for me. Polka Dot Rabbit Podcast.com. Please follow, like, and share this. Get this out to everybody that that needs to. You got issues with the skin, issues with the hair. I know, like I said, I'm growing my hair back, so I'm definitely going to link up with this sister. Her great product, and and also your animals. Tell you all your people that got their furry children, Fresh Mink. Go there on the website, and
Be part of the history. Be part of the
yeah,
history.
that's it. That's it. Well, this was an amazing night. I thank you so much again for being on here, and peace and love, everybody. Again, thank you very much.
All right. Take care. Thank you so much.
All right, have a good
Okay.
one.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. Let's see. Hold on one second.